Let's do... This won't take long. Won't be a long one. Sonic and chill. Okay. A little bit of recap. Oh, I make my face go away. Boop. Okay. If we tab through, we can see the progress we made. Just a few short days, but I changed out this lamp. This is sort of a generic-ish on-the-fly lamp design. And this is more specifically like the lamp that Link ends up using. And I think it's... So I have some issues, like... This is more true to what Link uses. The ghosts sort of use different lamps and all the different things. This is very generic. I'm not saying this is a great lamp. I don't know. It's one of those hard forks in the road. Some things I like about this lamp, kind of in terms of the composition. It's like this one just looks too much like a lamp that's a character. And I don't feel like I like that. I don't like the lamp being a character. Does that make sense? Like it's a... like it lends too much importance to the prop. It's interesting. Let's proceed in good faith. What we decide to do can be undone. It can be undone. So it's not like painting this lamp and making it look nice will be so time consuming that we'll regret our decisions forever if we decide to go back to this lamp. That won't really be the case. It'll be a little wasted effort, but that happens sometimes. Okay. One of the issues is that this lamp is apparently red. It's like a bright red lamp. Let's pull up a reference. I can't just tuck anything behind my hair anymore. Link's lamp. Lantern. Here it is. There's all sorts of strange lamp designs. series. Okay. Bad little silly reference, but this lamp is that lamp. So that's that. Anyway, nothing, whoa. It's not super important to make a ton of progress today. I'm going to use one color to basically fill all the metal and then all of the glass. I think I can speak a little to my apprehension about committing to this lamp design after deciding to last stream. Because it's one thing to say, oh, it shouldn't be like a generic lamp, it should just be like the specific lamp that is specific and important to the series. But it kind of turns out that the design of these lamps jumps around a lot, so it's not even sacred to like this. Like, it's interesting how Zelda hasn't really mastered reinvention. You know, it's just sort of accepting that whatever phase it goes through, there's going to be fans, there's going to be detractors. They plow ahead anyway, just boldly experimenting with new things all the time, innovating and leading the way. It's very impressive. I'm going to use a separate layer for the glass on the far side of the lamp. the... I mean, let's look at it. Let's look at the original thumbnail I did. This original thumbnail included the lamp that had this geometry to it, you know, something about that geometry sat better. Look at the relation between these monolithic slabs and the geometry of this. It was... They sort of crystallized as ideas together. So going back in later to change my mind about that, and then deciding that something bright red and very circular and soft is better. That's a big departure. I'm having anxiety about why that's better visually. Like it kind of has to... It's like saying, well, this is a better dinner because it's healthier. And then ultimately someone's going to be like, but it looks like shit and it doesn't taste good. So they push it away, you know? Or it's like, yeah, it's healthier, but it looks like a giant pile of poo, you know? We can do both things and try them out. It won't destroy continuity, for instance, to make a choice. We can have essentially two renders of two different lamps and just see which one we like best. I mean, it's possible. I like the idea of at least... Because if nothing else, I've like learned a little bit about how lamps are made and how lamps are made in the Zelda series. I'm feeling more confident that the other lamp I made was perfectly fine. It just needs something like whatever this structure is in the middle of it, so that the fire can come out of it. And that's it. What is the color of glass? I don't know. Glass is generally the color of the light, I think. Something like that, right? So it's like that. You just nudge it down. That's the lamp lines. pretty good. Obviously, these are the wrong... It's at the wrong brightness for these colors. So save there. And let's quit out of... No, let's just leave. When we take this into Photoshop, we'll darken it. Here we go. What I mean by darken it is the same thing that I did to all the color layers in this, because it used to look like this. So these were the original colors that I picked. And then before I started lighting things, I darkened it with the levels. I'll just do it manually so people can see the effect. Take the white output, the bright output, just take it all the way down to 90 for all the color layers on the lamp. It was uniform across the entire design. All the outputs go to 90, and that's dark, but it's still bright enough that you can see a color relationship. So it's like you cast it into the darkness, but not so far that you can't pull it back up. There we go. The brightness and the color of the brightness, the design of the lamp. It's so all of a sudden it's dominating the composition in a way that I never wanted it to. I want to... Okay. We have to reduce the saturation on this thing. Just drop it by 30 points. Maybe 20. Let's say 25. Just like this lamp better. It's like you look at it and then you just like, okay, it's a lamp. You look away. The other lamp is too important. Too important looking. I'm gonna put the new lamp in the same composition as the old lamp. Because what I think happened is, yeah, I had it all rendered as sort of one big thing. Okay. So okay. Now they both can exist. In the same document. And you know what? I'm going to cut out the old lamp too. Now, if I decide to go back to the red lamp, I'll have a safe pool to jump into. It won't be something I'm pressured to rush for any reason, because this lamp is pretty simple geometry. Okay, alt lamp, you are banished to beneath the white layer. Okay, I'm gonna do a little surgical extraction. I'm just hedging. Feeling confident about backtracking a little, but I think I'll have less regret overall if I don't just do everything with a bunch of shortcuts, right? So properly vetting something has its advantages. There are some things I still need to do, though. Like, what is this? Did I... Could have done this better. That's the real horror of this composition, is how I don't know, it's interesting. clearly put together at a time and place where I was not necessarily as committed to the project. It shows growth, right? And you're looking back on something that's the evidence that you did it, and you can't believe you would ever do such a thing. You just do it right. I can barely see these colors. But no, I don't want a bunch of termite holes filling the space. Okay. At least that's some color. Sky Shadow, what's up? Yeah, hair is banished to the Netherrealms. It was a very well-deserved experiment, and sent it on its way. I'm looking much better now, but I had my face all jacked up from no, it's this side. You can almost see it here. Let me make it big again. The Halloween party that I had for my birthday, like in here a little bit and around the edges, you can see a little bit of the black eye that's still there. This is all from Saturday. I had all these scabs and all. See these knuckles? That's what my face was looking like a few days ago. I don't know why my face healed so fast, but the glasses sort of cover it up too. But yeah, I smashed my face on. Basically, I was getting better at telling the story shortly. It was a Halloween party / birthday party for me. Oh, you saw that pic? Oh, awesome. Oh, you must have seen my brother's stream. Perfect. Okay. Well, my brother didn't know about my face smash until the other day. So, because he had left the party, and my dad too, by the time basically Jesus got too drunk, me being Jesus, me dressed as Jesus, drunk on wine, tripped over my robe, and smashed my face into the cement. And knocked myself out, basically. I don't know if it's like counts as knocking myself out. If I remember, because I do remember the impact, but then I just remember, oh, I'm on the ground now. Oh, I'm gonna take a nap. So, but I'm good now. It does happen. Happens to me a lot. Dude, no complaints about the wine. Since you mentioned the music, and the music is awesome, here, it won't. It's not gonna dox me to out my retro video game music playlist. This is Sonic and Chill, and it's awesome. Here, started from the beginning, because it's all awesome. It's all bangers, as far as I'm concerned. I don't know how to characterize the music, but yeah, Sonic and Chill, it's sort of a shortish playlist. It's not like a huge depth of it, but they nailed it in a way that I'm like, I don't need any more variation on that. Like, that was A+, 10 out of 10, no notes. It like really feels like an album. Okay. Anyway, right now I'm atoning for my sins for not doing a good job making this lamp design. And I hope you're well. It's been a while. How you been? I see your go live notifications, but I'm always busy when it's happening. My life is so busy with kids mostly and family, but a little bit of work. That the only time I have for streaming in my own projects is at like 5 a.m. when everyone's still asleep. Doing well, each day is just another adventure. Today, my adventures, it's like family man adventures. I've got my in-laws are visiting. They'll be here for like almost 2 weeks or something. So they'll be here straight up through and basically all the way up until early November. I guess that's like a week. It's probably like 10 days. And then today, my son, who is like 4, he has t-ball practice. And then just like, it's fun, but it's like pulling teeth, just getting him to focus on the ball. And then we're doing Boo at the Zoo, which is where the Los Angeles Zoo gets outfitted for trick-or-treating. It's fun. And my in-laws are from Minnesota. They drove down, so they have a bunch of awesome They brought fresh farm eggs. You know, they basically run a farm, so they have eggs and steak. To pay his tribute to Jesus. So I'm quite pleased about that. It's pretty cool. Now, Sky, you haven't... Since you haven't... Here, let me finish just these last little marks, and then I want to show you some stuff. I've been doing some cool stuff with these. Okay. Oh, you're still looking at my big old face. All right, there we go. Well, this is a composition that we've been working on. And right now it's super dark, but it's in the progress. It's like a young Link versus a ghost in a cemetery. So that's what this one is. I've been coloring all the stuff we've been working on. I'm not sure if you've seen, yeah, Poe, exactly. I don't know if you've seen all the progress on. This is Link versus the Land Mola. And then this Moblin composition got simplified and a little bit retooled. But so it's really just Moblin and a fairy now. Sort of juxtaposition. And then here, Link Link versus the Stalfos, and this is sort of an overloaded composition, but it's, I think this is the final. Link battling a few Stalfos. Link at Zelda on Epona, running away from big ol' Octorok. This has been a lot of fun for me to get into these, you know, I never get to, certainly never paid to like finish a piece really, and then finishing it in color is totally new. So this is Link evading some wires and some ropes. And then here's Link, nearly dead post-battle, getting a fairy to help him out. And then this one, I did this one pretty quick. This one I'm sitting on because I don't want to post it too soon, but this looks pretty good. The Wizrobe and Gibdo. Anyway, so that's as far as we got. We got a few more on deck too, so. Thank you. Yeah. I'll try and keep the series up a bit. In November, it will be 1 year of streaming and working on this, basically. And after a year, I'll probably just continue with the Zelda stuff because I like it. I'll probably keep Zelda up until they release the movie, and either I don't know, I'll feel like that'll be a sort of a more definitive, like, okay, like the thing has come. You've seen those, like those sort of like meme posts where it's like day 475 of drawing Zootopia until they release Zootopia 2 or something like that. Yeah, the what I'm worried about is like, so you can't wait for the movie, settled to be an extra in it. Me too. I'm just anxious about just video game adaptations are hard. Zelda is like, well, there's advantages to like Mario and Zelda. They constantly are, I was talking about this earlier, they're constantly reinventing themselves. And so the fans are used to change, which is good. So it's good. But it just video game adaptations are notoriously difficult. Let's see here. So it's like a thing where I'm looking forward to it, but I'm looking forward to it hoping that it's good, not just being out, you know. As long as Hollywood respects the source material, I think we'll be good. I guess that's my fear, is Zelda is one of those things that I feel it's like, and the reason I say it's like religion is it's like a lot of people think they're like, oh, I'm, just to give an example, oh, I'm Christian. It's like, oh, I'm Christian too. Well, then we have a lot in common. You just assume you have a lot in common until like you're like, I think this is the case. And then it's like, oh no, I don't believe that at all. I think it's quite the opposite. And then you realize it's like you're liking things in a general sense, but not, you could, someone could pass as a fan of Zelda and completely not understand it at all, I think. And a little bit of what I'm doing is sort of like exploring what do I think this stuff is like. I don't know, and like what do fans respond to, and you know, the way Zelda like stimulates the imagination is kind of important, and not just showing the just be like, okay, we're gonna take your imagination and make it real, is not necessarily what fans want. I don't know what then the solution is. And it's like, is Zelda just a vibe? Is it something illusory? I don't know. Am I an expert? No. Okay, I'm gonna try and do the next step, which is paint in a little bit of fire. Oh, another thing that I was doing, and this is kind of to the same issue. It's almost like a philosophical thing. Was in my last stream, I was worried about this. Hey, Talbot. I think a bold but good play might be to get someone new to play Link. Don't go with AAA actors. Yes, please. Yeah, get someone unknown so viewers can empathize with him as a character. Agree. So that's, I think this is like this serious issue where, like, I really hope it's something fresh that, what I'm worried about is Hollywood sort of just seeing this as like a cheap IP. Not like a cheap IP, but just something where you just give it I don't want it to be like a cynical... I don't know what I want it to be, but I know what I don't want it to be. And I don't want to see... you know, a bunch of, like, sarcastic one-liners. Or do I? It's like, I don't know. 1992 Mario movie ordeal. Like, ironically, I recognize that it was, like, a horrible Mario adaptation. But aesthetically, like, I recognized at the time that I was like, this is a cool, you know... I mean, at least we can look back on that movie and be like, they didn't cheap out on, you know, costumes or sets, and, you know, extremely miscast, extremely, well, I mean, I don't know about miscast, great actors, I think, you know, time foretold, but, unironically like the movie every time I find more Easter eggs. I had, not that I was old enough to do these things, but my dad, you know, we had a Laserdisc player and a Laserdisc collection. We had the Mario movie on Laserdisc, so we watched that a lot. It was a pretty rad film. You know, but there's a tendency, I think, to get over-explanatory Definitely in the Mario film, that Mario film, there was a lot of like, oh, here's some exposition that no one needs. Here's some... But it's like, they had to do, like, given that they had to do it live action, they had to sort of pull off, like, why this live action stuff needed to have these things that otherwise would not be sensible. Like, oh, how do they jump so high? Well, they have these rocket boots, which makes sense because why? Well, it's a sort of, you know, it's not a world of pipes, it's sort of like a dystopian, steampunky world with dinosaurs instead of humans, right? It's magic, yeah. They have their own... Well, they repudiate magic, you know, and they have to link the universes and stuff like that. It's, you know, some of that still got into the latest Mario film, too, you know? And it's funny to think of, like, all the real development of Mario as a game happened, like, after. Like, I don't even think... Did the Super Mario... Like, the 1992... The Super Mario World and the Super Mario Brothers movie probably came out at the same time, but probably had nothing to do with each other, and that probably didn't help. But they wouldn't have been... I don't know. It's interesting. Yeah, they put bullet bills as the ammo for the boots. I remember seeing stuff like that, and or like the bomb, right? It's like the little thing that is just going around, and but I thought it was cool that like they sort of portrayed various Mario characters as sort of neutral elements that could be used for good or bad in a sort of revolutionary, like freedom fighty scenario. Did they have like a Yoshi character? I haven't seen the film in 20 years, so I should revisit this all-time classic. But like, okay, I was trying for a second, I got off track, but the little baby dino, that's what I thought I remembered, yeah. Okay, really quickly, so because I had this dilemma here with the lamp here. Whereas, like, when I first drew the sketch... So this is the original sketch. It's original sketch when I put all this together, and this was months ago I drew this. But this is what I drew. It's like a lamp, generic lamp or whatever. And then, I guess it was yesterday, but I was like, well, wait a second. Isn't there an actual lamp in Zelda that is, like, specific to the ghosts? And I looked at that, and I was like, okay... That's a very different lamp. It's sort of like a spooky version of this lamp. But I was like, well, I don't like that because it's too clearly like specific to the Poe, and it looked like it was too attention grabbing. And I was like, well, what if it was Link's lamp? So then I drew this lamp, which is it's like specifically Link's lamp out of A Link to the Past. I was like, okay, maybe the story is he drops his lamp. But the design of this lamp is too circular. It doesn't match the aesthetic. It sort of looks extremely out of place. And what I've decided to do is just go back to my original lamp but just own it this time and really make it specific as to... Not specific, but it's like the composition is not about the lamp. Despite it being a focal point, like you look at it, but there's not much to look at. It's really about the interaction and the tension, the ghost looking for something that it can't find, right? So I was like, okay, I needed to sort of put it out there to do like a vibe check on myself. Do I prefer, you know, the red lamp And once I put it in there, I was like, okay, I don't prefer that. And I don't prefer the over-the-top aesthetic of like the Poe lamp, which is crazy. Hey, people. Ham, how you doing? Why is everybody up so early on a Saturday? We were discussing the trials of... It's almost 10 a.m. in New York. What? That's the magic. That's the real magic. Well, anyway, the anxiety I feel about making the time you set aside to commit crimes, the Poe would have to manifest from the lamp, right? So like when you kill them in Ocarina of Time, the lamp drops and you can gather the soul in a bottle. Oh, interesting. That would imply the Poe is in the lamp. Oh, that's interesting. See, I like that. I like that reasoning. I gotta be honest, there's a lot of while the pose I think of the guineas. See, this is not a Poe, actually. This is a Ghini. There's a difference. Ghini. We all remember these guineas from the original Zelda. Okay, I don't know what all these other weird people are. I guess the Poes are the ones that hold the lamps. The guineas in the original Zelda never did, but they all hung around graveyards, to my knowledge. I kind of synthesized the Poe and the Ghini in this thing, so sort of. Well, here's what the sprite looks like. The Ghini sprite. That's not it. This is it. This guy down here. The live action Ghini in the second picture looks nothing like the original. Oops. What did I just click on? Oh. The human Ghini. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know about the live action Ghini. There's something that's part of the anxiety where it's like, okay, we're gonna make like a final decision about something that is it's like more real in people's imaginations than it is like as Zelda fans. We have a shared experience, I guess, playing it, but internally, I think there's universes of difference between. But it's helpful again that the creators have been constantly reinventing. So there's no one such, like, there's no definitive Master Sword as I understand it. They sort of chuck out the rule book with every Zelda iteration, which is great. So the fans are used to change. But as an old timer, I really haven't kept up with like the newer stuff. I don't know what is everything that'll be at play, so we'll see. Okay, I'm gonna go 10 more minutes. The family will be up soon. Just really quickly, I'm gonna lay in a little bit of a base. That feels it can catch some light. Work-wise, this was a really light week for me, which I sort of like regret generally until I remember that I was injured and laid up for half of it, and it's actually a good thing I didn't have to work much. Yeah, I'm okay. Let me see if I can do this. I already explained this to the... Generally, I don't know if you can see. I've got a black eye. It's not a major one, but I fell on my face at my birthday party. You should see the other guy exactly. Oops. I got in a fight with some cement when I was drunk. Got in a fight with gravity and lost. The cement one totally won. Wasn't even close. The judges were unanimous. It luckily happened at the end of my party, so I wasn't too publicly embarrassed by my misdeed, but okay, just gonna paint in a little bit of fire. I think it was really important to have this sort of crossbar in the middle of it. I wanted it not to be perfectly symmetrical, because the composition is not about the fire. Oh, and that's the other thing, is like the light from the Ghini or the Po. In the game, it's probably like a spookier color, but in this I'm going to make it more like a traditional flame, because I want it to offset the blue light that's coming from everywhere else. And the fire that I'm designing right now is just going to sort of be a simple stand-in for a source of light. It isn't going to be it's not the final answer on what this fire looks like. Interesting, not making it neon purple. I did the purple light in the previous composition with the Wizrobe and the Gibdo. Purple lightning. Make this nice and bright. Those robes are the devil. They're the devil. Am, did you see this one? This is what I was working on. Or so, I'm sleeping on it so it can be finished up. But I don't see too much that I want to fix, actually. There's an edge here that needs some smoothing. Thank you. The, just something about here is... Yeah. He's still the devil. Yeah, indeed. They're tricky little bastards. But I tried to get, like, a cool sense of, like, the floating and magical spell casting. And, all these designs are essentially coming from the game booklet. Just trying to think of how I get it, you know, when I do my work. It's usually I get a reference, but it's like a really bad one. I have to improve it, so how do I do that? Okay. This will be funny. Alright. This is a good place for me to call it a little bit of a... Well, I'm going to throw a little glow on this. This will essentially serve as a little inspiration for me to think of brightness emanating. Let me get an actual glow going on. Something that feels like a real brightening. Whiz robes and redheads gave me nightmares, and I hate them still to this day. What are the redheads? Redeads. Oh. Redead. Oh, are those the one the like the dead guys that reanimated? Yeah, like I hate redheads too. That's funny. I think I know what you're talking about. In like Ocarina of Time, where that's like spooky music where they come up. Oh yeah, the screaming ones, yeah. Those are the ones that are in like the Hyrule Castle, right? Something like that. You don't kill them fast enough, they have a lot. Yeah. Oh yeah, they jump on your face. Scary. This will be tricky to get right, but I'm gonna get this lamp looking solid next time. All right, let's do a wall masters. Yeah, those were always my fear. That's why, let's see here. This is a wall master. Looks like this is on deck for next time. So Sky, you gotta tune in. I'm gonna get on this one. Giant hand. Oh, and then in the background here, there's a... Well, it's hard to see, but there's a statue that's going to spew fire, exploding the background, so that'll be funny. Basically skipped over the forest temple because of them, and did the fire temple first because I didn't have them. Yeah, you had to build up the strength. I get it. Those things are like the evil Jasons. Yeah, this is looking good. Okay. Okay, I can hear my children being awake, so this is the time. This is the time for me to do a thumbnail and skedaddle. Let's see here. Go here and I'll make a face. Ah. Here, face this way. Ah. Ah. Okay. That'll be it. All right, I'm gonna skip out. Thanks to Sonic and Chill for the awesome music, and everybody for joining. I appreciate it. Thanks for keeping me company. Everybody have a great Saturday. Have a greater weekend if I don't see you later. And catch you next time. Yeah. Alright. Thanks for popping in. Catch you guys later. Bye. Adios.